First off, I'd like to say when I was first asked to give a testimony, I didn't know how long I really should go in giving a testimony. Now that I see that Dave Olson's going to be giving the message, I will keep this pretty short. Yeah. And I was warned I was being timed also. So 16 years ago, this time of year, both me, my wife, and my daughters were living in the northwest side of Indianapolis. I was working downtown Indianapolis. My wife was working in one of the hospitals. And the girls were my oldest daughter was going to public school. She's in second grade. My youngest was 3 years old at the time. And we just realized we wanted to raise our daughters for the Lord. And at the time, we realized where we were at, we didn't have the facilities to do that with the support of a good church with a good school. So we started talking, praying, and we decided to come up to Fairhaven. And one of the reasons we did is, as is being talked about in our messages right now, this is a distinct church. Hands down, we're an unusual breed, I guess you'd call it. I can say that after being here 16 years. The preaching is solid. It's from the Bible. There's a stand from the Bible. But also, I think one of the most distinct things about our church is you, the people. And the reason I say that is all through the time my daughters were in the academy, I felt like the teachers were working with me. They were with my children 8 hours a day. They were in intramurals. They seen things that I didn't see because they could see my children interact with each other in social situations that I just didn't have an opportunity to see. So they would point out things. You as members would come to me or my wife, and you would point out things. And that's something I'm so grateful for, that this church has been able to support me in helping raise godly children. Now my oldest daughter has graduated from the college now. She's now a high school teacher in Texas at a small Baptist school there. And she's, working for the Lord. She loves it. She loves teaching. And I accredit that really to all of you for being able to help me with that. Also, my other daughter she's now in the college. She's going through become secondary education also. And I'm expecting great things for her just because of your support for me and my wife in our raising of our kids. And in addition to that, being in this church, we have steadfast members, the Halls, the Edwards, the Janowski, everybody who's been here for years and years that we can point to our children, even myself can point to and say, they're steadfast, they're working for the Lord, they've been here, and they will always be here. And that helps me, that helps my wife, I know it helps my daughters. And then in addition to that, we have answered prayers. I mean, I can look out here among you and I can just see many answered prayers of miracles. Mr. Janowski, when he had his aneurysm, me and my wife were in a car accident the same day. And we were at Porter Regional Hospital. We come out of the emergency room and the first thing I see is Mrs. Janowski and the Zell sitting there very upset. And I started talking to him and it puts things into perspective for me. I was like, because I'm thinking, wow, we just got in a car accident. Kind of hurt. My wife's kind of hurt, and it puts it in perspective of what everything that goes on, and in stuff like that. And the reason I say I've answered prayers, Mr. Janowski, Mr. Porzinski, Mr. Reamer, these are people who had major life-threatening issues. An aneurysm, a stroke, a heart attack. We really didn't expect to see them again. And I just thank God that he can show my daughters, show me answered prayers. So again, like I said, my thought life lately has been with the distinction, being a distinct church with the preaching. And it's just made me think that in itself, the preaching is distinct. Our stand on the Bible is distinct, but so are our people. And I'm so thankful for that.